All right, should be live here in just a few moments. Once I see that everything's up and running and that we sound good. What's up, James? You haven't seen any highlights of the Tigers game yet, but I'm here. You should go look at highlights, man. There's probably some all over the place. Just making sure we sound good before we get started. What's up, James? All right, that sounds good. All right, that's good. Pop this open, grab that. Put that into there. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Joel? How you guys doing tonight? Just getting, I'm getting my sound figured out right now. Appreciate it, Kevin, and thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words. What's up, What's up, Jack? What's up, Karam? How you guys doing? What's up, Gabe? Randy Orton attacked the 71-year-old Nature Boy tonight. Damn. Ric Flair's still doing stunts for wrestling. Yeah, kudos to him. We can all only hope to be 71 years old and able to do wrestling spots. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, fucking bullshit. Yeah, no problem, Joel. No problem, man. I'm glad you found a thing that works. Disappointed about the Thunder's loss today, but are you guys out of the playoffs then? There we go. That's good. Close that down. You don't hide when you're cheating. That's good, man. Tigers looking great. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I'm hoping we can continue this into the next game against the White Sox. The next game, because I'm pretty sure if we can win tomorrow, and even if the shitheads win, the Twins pull a win off, I think we somehow take first place because that'd be or it's percentage wise we'd be higher than them at I think 12 and 18 is 666, but if we win again, we'd be 10 out of 15. We'd be tied. We'd be just literally virtually 666. We'd be virtually deadlocked. No, still the 5th seed. Well, you guys are good then. What's up, Amir? You're nervous for the Grizzlies. Well, hopefully you guys win tomorrow. That would be quite idea. That would be quite ideal for you guys. I'll be rooting for you guys for the Grizzlies because if you guys win, are you in type situation, or is it like you need to win and the Blazers need to lose type scenario? Damn it, that didn't work. Predictor. Let's move into my playoffs here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Twins won 4-2. Yeah, I seen that. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Killian? You got to piss? Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. But yeah, in a couple minutes here, we'll get started on the predictions for the 2020 playoffs. Should be interesting, anyways. I'm a Browns fan, but I wouldn't pick them. Let's see. Who do I have in the playoffs? Just so for a refresher, the Ravens and the 49ers both have the 1 seed, and then the 2 seeds are the Chiefs and the Vikings. 3 seed are the Patriots and the Saints. The 4 seed are the Titans and the Cowboys. The 5 seed would be the Seahawks and Steelers. 6 seed would be the Colts and Bucks. And the 7 seeds would be the Broncos and Eagles for our playoffs. I'll put that on the screen right now. So that's kind of what we're doing here. I'll zoom in a bit. That's pretty zoomed out. What is this shit, dude? What kind of boom, boom like that, and close. Damn it, no, we're not clicking that. Oh well, the ad's just there. It is what it is. What's up, that one guy? The Rangers won the draft lottery. As a Devils fan, I'm outraged. They went from getting the second overall pick this year to getting the first overall pick. Wow. Were the Rangers even like, should they have gotten that pick, or we need the Blazers to lose one and we need to win one, and if we both lose, we need them to lose both. Okay, I got you, Kevin. Vikings the second seed. Whoa, what are you kidding me? No, they're a good team. I don't see why everyone seems to mock them. We'll see. But I mean, like, their division isn't very good. So I mean, they play like who's winning, like, who's gonna stop them? The NFC. A lot of the other good teams have this unfortunate problem that they run into, where if you start looking at it, like, there is really not much competition for the Vikings in this division. Their defensive line overpowers this offensive line, and this offensive line. That's why they've been beating up on this division for a couple of years now. They play close-ish with Green Bay, sure. But like, when you look at this division, these two teams, like, this isn't a bad division, and these two teams have to play each other. It's, every good division winds up with another set of good teams in it. Like, these three teams are good. You can even look across to the AFC. It's like a weird situation where, other than like the AFC East, there's like every team seems to have like a couple teams where it's like the Steelers and the Ravens, the Titans and the Colts, the Broncos aren't that good. Chiefs and San Francisco, Seattle, the Cardinals, some people say, Dallas and Philadelphia, Philly kind of, New Orleans, Tampa Bay, and then Minnesota. And I mean, unless you think Green Bay is going to be good, I mean, you could make that argument, but yeah, most experts have the Broncos in the playoffs, Joel. There are 7 teams that make the playoffs. Yeah, Arizona's a question mark. We'll see. The offensive line has a lot of question marks for me. I know they put some fixings on the offensive line, but I'd like to see that pan out. I'm pretty sure the guy they drafted was like a 3rd rounder. Yeah, Bears could be good. I have them at 9-7. They missed the playoffs, so. Lakers just beat the Nuggets. Kyle Kuzma with the clutch 3 in the closing seconds. Oh, shit. Go Kuzma. But yeah, this is kind of what we all agreed to yesterday. We literally all almost agreed to this. Obviously, our buys are right here. The Ravens and 49ers. But, like, for the most part, this is pretty good. Obviously, I think very highly of Minnesota right now. But for the most part, man, this seems, be ready for the Thunder. Cardinals 6-10. That's more where I lean to, but as long as they're not a playoff team, it's fine. Yeah, and the thing with the Bears is I don't want to commit to them being good because I'd like to see how Nick Foles plays as their starter. I know Allen Robinson, good receiver to have to throw to, sure. But, still, I want to see it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but there's a reason he dropped all the way down to, like, there's a reason they dropped to the 3rd round. I'll be honest with you. If you're supposed to be a top 15 pick and you drop that far down, why did he fall so far? So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, the Cardinals to me are a very big question mark because I have no idea about that offensive line. It was goddamn abysmal last year. That was a bad offensive line. Like, it's very good that Kyler is a very, very hypermobile quarterback and can get it. Like, he's very good at, like, eluding the sack. Because, man, that could have been bad. Like, that's worse than whatever the Texans put in front of Deshaun. But, that kid is an issue. But yeah, here we are. This is quite interesting. So we won't see anything from these guys quite yet. These two are by. And then, we'll probably work our way down this way work our way up to the harder games. Because clearly when we look at this, Kansas City is going to beat Denver at home. And yeah, I don't know. A guy who's supposed to go top 15 then drops to the third round. I don't know if that's good or not. See you later, Joel. Thanks for stopping by, man. Until I see it actually work, we'll see. We'll see. There's a reason you go from a projected top 15 pick, I just heard, all the way down to third. To me, there's something there's something missing. You know what I mean? Again, big what I'd like to see. But, but I do like the pieces that they've added in. That's going to be a cohesive unit. If they what's up H Games? If they can actually protect, that's a pretty good little football team. If they have a good offensive line, Cardinals that'll be as good as everybody says they are. Until I see it, man, that was a bad line. I don't think one guy fixes I don't think two guys fix that offensive line. I think you need 5 new offensive linemen in Arizona. All of them got to go except the 2 new ones. And that'll do some protection. But I mean, it's like when it'll be as good as the offensive line was for the Texans when they added in Laramie Tunsil, right? So it's wow, that offensive line went from dog shit to shit. But I mean, Kyler is a lot more elusive than Deshaun, so that's kind of one of these things where you're well, how good of a line does Arizona need? Does it need to be just as good as the Texans? Potentially, yeah, that's all it's got to be, because clearly Kyler is super mobile. But I do got to see it, because, I mean, that was I'd watch Cardinals games, and this dude would go hike, and then immediately there's 5 people running in. And I'm like, oh, dude, no, that's not longevity. They need to protect this young kid. That line. All right. But if anyone yeah. Patriots versus Colts would be a fun wild card game. Yeah, it would be. It'd be fun historically. No, it'd be a fun game. I think so. It's not the same Patriots. I think it'd be a fun game to watch in New England. Oh, I'd love that game. What's up, DeAndre? That one guy. That's why it'd be fun to watch. We'd fucking destroy that team in New England. Couldn't do shit to us even when they had Peyton Manning in New England. Fucking Andrew Luck was our baby. We had to hold up little baby Andrew Luck and have him just toss us interceptions. Everyone's like, the Patriots deflategated to win that playoff game. No, Andrew Luck threw 7 interceptions or some shit. One of the worst playoff games next to Dan Marino ever. And everyone goes, the Patriots won because they deflated footballs. What about I think it was literally 4 or 5 picks from Andrew Luck in a half. Yeah, no, our division's literally dog shit. There's no one in our division that's going to beat us. Every good player in the AFC East that's not on the Patriots opted out, by the way. Literally, the Buffalo's defense opted out. There's no, if you think Tre'Davious White's going to be the entire secondary, is Tre'Davious White now. That's all you got. You got one guy. And you know what I'm going to do? If I'm the Patriots quarterback, I'd look at Tre'Davious White, flip him off, and throw it to the other side, because there's no more EJ Gaines. There's not even Gaines anymore. What am I supposed to do? But yeah, we'll start with the predictions. It's been long enough. It's been 15 minutes. All right, let's go. I think everyone should have resentment for the Colts because they're the greatest choke artists ever. And they pretty much gave us the success to become a dynasty. If Peyton Manning wasn't such a choke artist, my team, the Patriots, don't win 6 Super Bowls. Remember that. You know who you really want to blame for the success of the Patriots? Peyton Manning. Yeah, that was a good game. That Jacoby Jones in the park home run was unreal. Minnesota or Philadelphia, you guys? Minnesota or Philadelphia? Are we going to see, do we see Philadelphia coming in and upsetting the Minnesota Vikings in a hilarious fashion? I personally say yes. I'm going to have, I would love that upset just because I don't personally like the Vikings very much. And I think they're a lose early football team. Peyton Manning and ruined his career. Yeah, exactly. Vikings, Philly. So we got 2 Phillies, Vikings in a blowout. I trust Wentz more than Cousins. That's where I'm leaning. It's not even close. That one guy, are you doing this out of hatred of Philadelphia, or do you just think it would be a blowout? All right, yeah, because I'm leaning more towards Minnesota too, because I think the home advantage. Well, no, there's not going to be fucking fans. Yeah, I trust the health. I trust the long-term health of the Vikings more, and I also think by then they'll have Dalton back. They'll have Cook back. So, fucking dude. Carson is so clutch in the NFL, dude. Carson's more clutch than. Yeah, dude. The coaching advantage. I trust the quarterback more in Philadelphia. I like the coaching more in Philadelphia. All the Vikings have is a superior defense. But, oh, fuck, dude. The Vikings have such a good secondary, dude. You guys have so many people. Man, and if that Rigor kid is fat, it works just like they think he's going to be, like Deshaun Jackson, that is going to be a problem for a lot of teams because we have not yet seen Carson Wentz have that like deep bomb option, like that guy who will like yeah, we're not predicting off injuries, Lefto. I don't do injury predictions. We assume full health. We don't play injury predictions. I don't like to do that. That feels wrong. Because then I could just be like, well, I think Aaron's going to get hurt because he got hurt for a few years there in a row. A lot of people agreed with me on the Packers record. Ironically, nobody said a damn thing about this team going 6-10. I think the Packers fall off tremendously. They have nothing for Rodgers to throw to, dude. Like, this is the year you can make all the excuses for Aaron Rodgers. I'll finally listen to them. You can actually defend Aaron this season if they have a bad year. I won't even go that hard on him. I genuinely don't know how Aaron Rodgers pulls it off this year. All right, so are we going Minnesota or Philadelphia in this one? Packers were the luckiest team in the NFL last year. No, it's not biased. No, it's not. It was literally, dude, the whole NFL realized what's been going on with Green Bay last year. They watched Trey Flowers pick up like 4 penalties, I believe, called hands to the face. A man who literally never committed a hands to the face penalty got called like 3 or 4 times against the goddamn Packers all of a sudden. So we got 2 Phillies, 2 Vikings, 3 Vikings. There's more Vikings. We're going to go with the Vikings because I'm seeing more Vikings right now. All right. Look at these games we have set up, though. Indy and Indy. So, by the way, this is Phillip Rivers versus the Patriots. Just so you know that. This is not the whatever Colts you may think they are. It is Phillip Rivers versus Bill Belichick. He's never fucking beat the Patriots. We're moving on to the next game. We now are looking at the Colts and the Patriots. This is in Foxborough. Josh says the Eagles, not Eagles. We're done with that one, man. We're moving on. There's too many Colts. Kevin, really? Kevin, your quarterback is Phillip Rivers. You think he's suddenly going to be able... Dude, yeah, stop spamming. I'll time you out, Kevin. Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? They wouldn't have a chance if it was Jacoby Brissett. I don't even know why I'm asking because it's genuinely that's not going to happen. They couldn't beat us with Andrew Luck. That's all I have to say. That's genuinely just not going to. Phillip Rivers, I don't even think my team's ever lost to that guy. I don't even know how you lose to Phillip Rivers. That's all. I live near Indiana. I see Colts seeing swag everywhere down here. Yeah, I would imagine that gets pretty bad. Like I don't even think the Colts are bad. It doesn't matter about who Cam versus Phillips. It's literally Bill Belichick versus it's Belichick's defense, something that Phillip Rivers has no idea how to figure out. You do realize Phillip Rivers has never beaten a Bill Belichick defense. Not going to happen all of a sudden because he plays for Frank Reich now. All right, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. We're not on that side of the field yet. Tampa Bay and New Orleans. This is a fun one. It's going to be in New Orleans. Yeah, exactly. Rivers winning in Foxborough. That's really weird to think about. We got Tampa Bay and New Orleans. I'm leaning New Orleans in this one, but we have to consider Brady's not a playoff choke artist, number one. Drew Brees is. Drew Brees has lost to Case Keenum and Kirk Cousins. And now we suddenly think Drew Brees isn't going to choke against Tom Brady. Are the people saying Saints because they hate Tom Brady? Because you're ignoring the history of this team in the playoffs right now. Literally, Jared Goff's beating this team. The fucking Case Keenum's beating them. And this isn't just Drew Brees choking. This is the whole team choking. Now they have to go against Brady. Do you suddenly think they're going to wise up and take out Tom Brady when they've struggled with Jared Goff, Case Keenum, and Kirk Cousins? Yeah, it doesn't matter about that, Alex. You have to consider how they play in the playoffs. They choke. Literally, they go like this every time. They've literally not, their defense has fallen to the likes of Jared Goff. It's fallen to the likes of fucking Kirk Cousins and Case Keenum. Their defense struggled with those three quarterbacks. This is, I'm going Bucks in this one right now. I can't imagine seeing this defense suddenly shore up against Tom Brady. Okay, Alex, first of all, I just said that their defense blew it against Case Keenum. You know, I said their defense did. Their defense blew it against listen to this. Their defense blew it against Case Keenum. Their defense, Alex, you fucking idiot, blew it against Jared Goff and Case Keenum and Kirk Cousins. Why would you tell me Brady and those two don't play each other? You know what I'm saying when I say they're going to choke? Brees chokes it on the offensive side of the ball because they don't score as many points. Go look up his game against the Vikings. Fucking terrible performance. And also, the Vikings, where does the Saints defense go when they play against these very subpar quarterbacks? Unless you think like Case Keenum or Jared Goff or Kirk Cousins can actually ride about that. Don't come at me with first of all, like I said something I didn't. Like, dude, you said this to me. You went, first off, Breeze and Brady don't actually play each other. No shit. I never said that, dude. You fucking... Yeah, also, how about when he lost the shootout? Like, even if it goes to a shootout, I'd put more stock on the other team. I never said they didn't play each other. I never said that. Did I ever say what Alex is saying I said? I never said Brady goes head to head. No, I know no one ever said that. I said their defense is choked. No, fuck you. Don't tell me what to do. I'll time your ass out. I don't listen to people telling me what to do. Tell me why they just can't win. I'm going Tampa Bay because that fucking Saints defense is the biggest choke artist I've ever seen. Tampa Bay. Until the Saints defense actually can stop a quarterback like the mighty, mighty Case Keenum or the mighty, mighty Kirk Cousins or the mighty, mighty Jared Goff, I'm not picking them to be able to suddenly rise above and stop Tom Brady. Do you know how stupid that sounds to me? To me, Alex, you clearly said this to me. You literally said, like I said that. No, I never said that. How many times does the Saints how many times will the good Saints defense have to fail in the playoffs before you stop giving them credit? Bucks win the game. And I think they do it dominantly too, because the Saints have not proven they could beat any quarterback worth a fuck in the playoffs. They can't beat Case Keenum. Case closed. They lose. Pittsburgh and Tennessee. Their defense sucks. They have no defense in the playoffs. I don't know what happens. Sorry. Until they can prove it, it's like Kirk Cousins for me. I'll never pick the Saints in the playoffs. I mean, they have a Hall of Fame quarterback who's in the best shape of his career. What are you talking about, Daniel? Have you not seen Big Ben throwing the ball lately? Have you not seen the leaked tapes? Have you seen Big Ben throwing it? Alex, I'll put this right back up on the screen if you need me to. I don't know why you are accusing me. Yeah, no, I said that, dude. You saying that like I said that. So you might need to practice wording, dude. I don't really give a shit. Case Keenum, case closed. Exactly. Has people been like seeing what Big Ben looks like? That dude is unreal looking. Like Ben looks healthy. Ben looks like he's in shape. I've seen Ben throw the football. There's some cannons coming out of that dude. Oh, no one. Yeah, only like the Titans fan. Yeah, okay, that's good. No one picked the Titans. Plus, the Steelers do have the defense to deal with Derrick Henry. They do have the defense to deal with him. They have James Washington, Juju. Aren't the Steelers like weirdly loaded at receiver? And Ben, by the way, yeah, Ben doesn't look the same, as in he looks better than he has in a couple years. No, Alex, you literally said what you said, dude. Here, we'll keep it on screen because apparently you don't know what you say anymore because you're a fucking idiot. You're literally implying that that's what I'm meaning or saying. So don't put words in my mouth, you fucking little retard. Get the fuck out of here, actually. Peace. See you later, you fucking loudmouth faggot. All right, Kevin. See you later, man. No, I'm tired of people just being fucking little leech bitches. Get out of here, leech boy. We all know you only come around here because I have audience. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm tired of that guy. So fucking tired of leeches. By the way, if I start reacting harshly to somebody, you're part of the leech people that I considered beforehand. Like, I don't give a shit about you. I know who you are, and I know, like, just to let you know. I know who's trying to just use me. Anyway, Seahawks and Cowboys. I'm going with the Seahawks. I think that seems like the right answer. No, Ben got his shit together in the offseason. We're going we see one Cowboys, we see Seahawks. Yeah, literally, we haven't seen Ben admit that he's taken anything seriously since the year he got drafted. We literally don't know what Ben can. We've seen a focus Ben like twice, maybe 3-4 times in his whole career. We've seen focus Ben the 2 Super Bowls, probably the Super Bowl he lost, and the first year he was in the NFL. We've probably seen it 4 times. Seahawks. Yeah, I think they still have Connor at running back. I'm seeing more Seahawks. It's kind of the same standard I'm putting to the New Orleans Saints defense. I'd like to see you do it. You know, I'd like to see Dak really step up and have a big thing. I'd take the Seahawks too. Okay, so that means we go to the next week, right? I think I just pressed that. Okay, so that leaves us with some interesting matchups. With Baltimore facing Pittsburgh, very cool. And the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Patriots, very cool. San Francisco, Tampa Bay, leaving Jimmy G playing Tom Brady, and the Seahawks going to Minnesota. Didn't Zenner? Yeah, I think that's where Zach Zenner plays at. I believe, anyway. All right. DFF isn't here. You mean Heat Nation or whatever? All right, so this will be interesting. We'll start with the AFC. Oh, hell yeah, man. I appreciate you, Trey. Ravens, Chiefs, 49ers, Vikings. All right, so we have Baltimore and Pittsburgh. We'll start with these guys. We got Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Now, we have to take everything into consideration now with these Ravens. This will be the first time that, you know, this will be a very similar situation to last year. Can they actually win this time? I think it's Connor and Sam. Yeah, I think they're going to go with like a split situation. Astros are winning. It feels like forever since we've won a game. A terrible drought. Ravens. We got one Steelers. What's up, Mysterio? DeAndre, Kevin, Ravens, Baltimore. Yeah, I'm thinking Baltimore just because Pittsburgh. So we got a couple Pittsburghs and a couple Baltimores so far. I really, really like the way the Steelers play defense, right? I think that's a match to the Ravens offense. I think that'll be a way they can get slowed down. I like Big Ben's playoff experience and Big Ben's. What's up, Alex? And Big Ben's, what am I thinking here? Playoff abilities, if you will. He does do very well in the playoffs if it's not the Patriots. Meanwhile, I can look at it. Meanwhile, I can look at the Baltimore and look to literal struggles, right? Now, are we thinking that Lamar's always going to have playoff struggles? I don't personally think so. Those have to come to an end at some point, or he's, you know, that's a really weird career. Now, he's playing a very good defense with a good safety, good linebacking core, good pass rush. The Ravens can hang with the Steelers, can hang with the Ravens on offense and defense. They can hang with each other. Now, are the Ravens set up to stop Big Ben? Big Ben. Now, if Big Ben's to this point, clearly the Steelers are having a good season. They have James Washington. They have Juju, who all showed signs of being good receivers. I think they have another guy. They have that Claypool fellow, who's quite the good rookie receiver. He's 6'6". If you look at Big Ben's history with wide receivers, the guy is a receiver maker. About 7 o'clock. The guy is a receiver maker. He's made receivers in the past. Generally, to me in this one with the like, I know Claypool is probably going to be very good with Ben because Ben does make receivers. We can look to guys like Santonio Holmes. We can look to guys like Martavis Bryant. We can look to guys like Antonio, because Antonio was certainly helped by Big Ben. I'm going over the matchup in my head right now. That's what I'm trying to do, right? Like, that's what I'm doing right now in my head. That's what I'm trying to talk through here. Is the Ravens secondary able to hang with what Big Ben can do? I think that's going to be the biggest question. Dude, this is such a toss-up. A lot of people going Ravens. I know a couple people going Ravens. Let's come back to this one. This one's hard for some reason because it feels like a weird toss-up because it's a division game. There's always that extra element to it. Now, we also I want to come back to it. I want to come back to this game if we can. So everybody I want to think about that a little more. I think these other games go a lot easier, to be honest. I mean, I'll even be honest. I don't think we hang with them. Not in their home. I really like the Steelers matchup wise. Yeah, it's a hard one to pick out. Like, I genuinely don't think we could beat them. I don't know about in Kansas City. That's a really tough matchup. There's gonna be no fans, so that's not part of it. It's just we don't do too well there. San Francisco, Tampa Bay is the real question right now. Brady versus Garoppolo, right? Personally, I don't see how the Bucs stand a chance in this one. I don't think they have the I don't know if they have the offensive line capable to deal with what the fuck the San Francisco 49ers bring. I'm going 49ers, which is tough on me to do because, the Brady fandom. But, I mean, to be honest, how do you compete with this defense when you don't have that offensive line for Tampa isn't bad, but it's not terrible. Like, it's not good. Like, they're going to get run over. There's going to be no time. Yeah, man, Brady can deal with it, but that's also the way Brady loses games. In Brady's career, if you look at the way Brady loses, the way Brady loses and has always lost has been very aggressive pass rushes. Both the Super Bowl losses versus the Giants, aggressive pass rushes. Brady had very good situation in 2007. The aggressive pass rush that the Giants brought at him destroyed us. Tom does not do well against pass rush heavy teams. It does not end well. You can see the Steelers the year they beat us recently. Look at the Broncos in the way that they play us. We all agree on this one. It sucks. No fans, won't matter. Chiefs will be making fake crowd noise. Yeah, I know. All right. So now it's Minnesota over Seattle, or I'm going Seattle personally. Again, Minnesota's a good team, but they're limited. I think they're very limited to here. I'm trying to do this part as unbiased as possible, by the way. I don't know how well this is going to turn out for the Patriots, simply because I don't know how good our rookie linebackers are going to be. That's mainly the reason here. And if our rookie linebackers aren't as good as I think they're going to be, we do not compete with this team. No, I'm going Seattle. I'm going Seattle in that one. With Jamal Adams, dude, no. I don't think Kirk Cousins can compete against Jamal Adams very well. I think Bobby Wagner, Jamal Adams, it's a weirdly good defense. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know about all that, Daniel. Tempo line improved, but against the defense of that caliber, I'd have to see it to believe it. Yeah, exactly, Mike. We as Patriots fans know what the fuck that is to the Patriots. Like, it's like, no, Brady doesn't do good with those games. That's not happening. And this one, I don't know if we can cover Kelsey. I just don't know if we can actually cover Kelsey in this one. We solved our running back situation. We signed Lamar Miller. We're good. We're really good. We went with complete fucking garbage at running back to secure the situation. Chiefs Seahawks Super Bowl for you. All right, now we're back to this game, I think. I'm leaning Pittsburgh right now. The more and more I think about it, I'm leaning on Pittsburgh because I don't trust Lamar Jackson right now. I've used players I trust and don't trust. I know certain people would say, yeah, but this is the Super Bowl pick. I have the Ravens in the Super Bowl. So obviously I clearly think that Lamar will win this season in the playoffs. I'm leaning Steelers too right now, everybody. And I think experience kills the Ravens in this one. And I'm gonna go Steelers. Am I gonna do that? It feels right. What's up, Rogers? This feels right, I think. For some reason, if this is the matchup that is drawn for Baltimore, they are absolutely fucked if they have to play Pittsburgh. It's a weird division thing. I don't know why I think this. It's like if fucking Baltimore was playing the Chiefs or the Patriots round one, 100%. 100% would be going with the Ravens. I think drawing Pittsburgh is such a fucking disadvantage. If you draw this team, again, these aren't my final predictions. These are just kind of like rough idea. Just rough idea predictions, nothing too serious. And this, like, yeah, because we got to the playoffs light shadows. They might split. And Big Ben will shred that secondary apart if he has a decent receiving options. What's up, Daniel? KC, Pittsburgh, Seattle, San Francisco. All right. We'll run two scenarios. We'll run two scenarios on this one. We'll run two scenarios. All right. You do realize they would be playing the Colts, right? You stupid piece of shit, Rogers. Like, I hate to tell you that, dude. Like, you do realize they got the Colts, right? Like, what do you think? All of a sudden, Phillip Rivers can beat the Patriots in New England? What? Like, come on, bullcrap. What? What's up, Jared? Come on, Rogers. I know you hate the Patriots and you can't see them as a good team. Like, you think they're bad or something, even though you've been claiming that it's Bill Belichick the reason that they win anyway. So I don't understand your hatred of them. Like, is it Brady or is it the Patriots you don't like? So it was Brady that made them. Thanks for finally admitting that Brady made the Patriots. That's just the stupidest thing I ever heard. You get timed out for making stupid comments like that. I'll see you in 5 minutes, Rogers. I'm sorry you all had to read that. All right. Dog, I don't even understand what his problem is. He's literally been praising Bill Belichick and calling Brady a Belichick system player for a month now. And then he comes in and goes, the Patriots can't even win a game, dude. What? You can't have that fucking bullshit. He has a weird hatred of the whole thing, and he pretends like it's just Brady. And now it's the whole team. It's fuck that guy. He's so annoying. Anyway, Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Probably Kansas City, right? Remember, we're running 2 scenarios here. Playing Michigan, but I admit he's a Hall of Famer. I'll state which means they just keep on. Exactly, Light. Probably Kansas City, right? In this game. Again, we'll run a multiple scenario. I made a game winner against the Nuggets tonight. Oh, good, Kyle. Hell yeah. Since Grogan. Ivan wasn't alive. Kansas City. Again, we're going to run another scenario. And then I think in this first scenario, I like Seattle beating the 49ers. No matter what, in this scenario, I would like the 49ers to get beat by the Seahawks, personally. I do think that will happen. I think the Seahawks can shut down their running game, and I think that their passing game will shut Jimmy G down. I think that's on any level. That's every single level. No matter how you run this game, I think Seattle wins it every time. I think they're a step ahead of the 49ers. Specifically, clutch play by Russ Wilson to Jimmy Garoppolo. If you have a very close game, give me the best quarterback in the NFL right now. In advance, we would have the Chiefs and the 49ers, or in the Seahawks. And this time, Seattle Seahawks. Your MVP, Russell Wilson. That's one scenario. That's my favorite scenario that happens, right? That's the one I want. That would be fine with me to see Russ win. There is no evil empire to stop them. Just a throw happy quarterback against one of the best defensive strategists in Pete Carroll. I don't think that if Seattle gets to this point, they clearly have an offense. That means DK's working. They might have re-signed. They might have gotten Antonio Brown at this point. We don't know what the fuck's going on in Seattle at this point. They seem frightening, though, don't they? Obviously, Russ is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I would argue he's number one because Brady and Breeze, I think we should take them out. They're getting old. Jamal and Bobby Wagner now, too. That's a very good defense. Seahawks versus Chiefs would be a good Super Bowl. I think so, too. This would be a fun Super Bowl, Seahawks versus Chiefs. You have almost the two polar opposite quarterbacks, in my opinion, in Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes. You have Mr. Fundamental Russell Wilson versus a more, the flashier, gunslingier Mahomes. I quite like that matchup. Yeah, you got Lockett, DK Metcalf, potentially. Dude, yeah, Lockett's we always forget about that guy because he's a virgin. And, by the way, my favorite thing about Tyler Lockett is that he's a virgin. I don't know why I find that funny because it's just like this dude is playing for pussy, basically, but he's just like waiting to get the good pussy. Russ shows Mahomes what an MVP really looks like. You mean the running back that should have won it? I don't know. I think Clowney should go back to Seattle. Who knows where Clowney's going? I don't really see KC making it to the Super Bowl because they're already declaring dynasty, so we know what that means. DK in his first year and no tight end. The Seahawks were in the playoffs last year. That's mainly what I'm going on. DK was so good last year as a rookie, and I think there's a major step forward coming for DK Metcalf. I desperately wanted one of my teams to draft DK Metcalf. I was like, please, New England, get DK. Somehow get DK Metcalf. Or the Lions. I wanted one of them to get them very badly. Virgins run faster. Oh, yeah, that's how Tyler Lockett does all this. He just does it by virgin power. Tim Tebow cheated. He fucked girls in the ass, and that's why his virgin power didn't work. Tyler Lockett's not even, soaking or whatever the Mormons do. He's not which is resting your dick inside the pussy without any thrusting. It's a way to cheat God. God knows. God knows. Yeah, that's a real thing with Tim Tebow, by the way. What's up, little man? He was probably getting it in from, the back door for most of the time. But yeah, that's why Tyler Lockett's an actual baller and he's a virgin. That's, real shit. Seeing DK torch the Eagles would be fun because they wanted him. Dude, I so wanted DK Metcalf. All right, let's go back a couple and rework the scenario and go with Baltimore winning. Don't worry, the conversation's over. The conversation's over. I'm sorry, that got weird. We'll keep everything the same, minus Baltimore wins. Said the Eagles took JJ Arcia. All right, so now we're at the situation where I still think Seattle wins that game. I think Baltimore, if they're able to beat Pittsburgh, I do think they would advance to the Super Bowl, giving us quite the interesting fucking Super Bowl, in my opinion. Daniel. We would have Baltimore and Seattle all of a sudden. And boy, oh boy, how good of a Super Bowl would Seattle and Baltimore be? I'm sorry for the weird conversation. We're back to football. I'm sorry about the weird conversation. This is a fun Super Bowl. Baltimore, Seattle. I so want this Super Bowl. If one of my teams aren't in this, I desperately want this game. Earl Thomas versus his old team. Dude, this is so good. This would be such a good game. Oh, my God. This is Amir's original pick. Damn, Mike. You're on your, 20th virginity. I'm seeing a lot of Seahawks. Here right now, and that's where I'm leaning to, too. 3-hole. We see a couple Baltimore. This is interesting. This is kind of this one's Lamar gonna hold the Lamar. There's a couple Baltimores now. Okay. Yeah, we're fine, Alex. We're good, dude. Picks when I'm doing stuff like this, I don't think it's ever a good idea to try to get confrontational because I get way too confrontational into it. Yeah, that's, by the way, this is the 5-1 seed, which is crazy. I get it. I get really into fighting and shit, arguing when I'm in this mode. That's probably why I haven't told anyone to come on yet, because I'm like, nah, I don't want to scream at anybody. I just gotta 8 Seahawks. Most are going Seahawks. This is such a, this would be the hardest one to debate. Pure Patriot. Oh, that's a good name. Patriots Pillow Talk. Not changing the name anymore. I think that was just fine too, Mike. See, we've also seen Russell Wilson blow a Super Bowl. I don't care what anybody says. Russell Wilson did blow that Super Bowl. He should have. It's all good, Alex. I'm sorry. Like I said, I try not to be like this. That's kind of why I'm kind of, that's why I just kind of was like, I need to not have anyone on for this for this section, because I know it could get kind of feisty. Like the way I'm looking at this, right? Both are good coaches, so we can ignore that, right? We've both seen both coaches go to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. Now, we've seen Pete Carroll fuck a Super Bowl up. We've also seen Russell Wilson not audible out of a fucking clear, like, dude, he could have audibled. I've learned like so much about that. He was allowed to audible. He had no rules like against him for calling. They had full faith in him in the offense to change the play. That's worrisome. That's choking. Like he needed to recognize they were set up for the pass. The Patriots played the pass on that. Like if you look at it, they would play like, oh man. Yeah, that was his fault for throwing the pass at the end zone to throw the game away completely. The coaches shouldn't have made that call. It was like it's just to be fair, yeah, not if you take away Ingram, or if you take away Wagner and you take away Adams, the Ravens can fucking do some damage to the Seahawks. I'm reading everybody's inputs on this right now too. All right, more on the coaches. I would say the guy still should. Yeah, this would be really. This would be literally the idea Super Bowl for a lot of people. Not, of course, it'd be better if your team was in it. Of course, most people would be like, "Yeah, I'd really like it if my team was in it." Though, I don't even think my teams are going to make it. And I got two of them. I like the Lions and the Patriots, so we're doomed in New England. Yeah, exactly. Two like two of the top three quarterbacks in the NFL. Great safeties in Earl Thomas and Jamal Adams. Dude, there's so many good matchups in this. You know what also though? Unless the Ravens have drastically changed the Seahawks, say the Seahawks aren't running too much of a different defensive schemes, right? Obviously, they're going to be slightly changed. But at the end of the day, Earl Thomas has like this weird inside knowledge of how the Seahawks run and operate. And that could be kind of detrimental to the success of the Ravens or the Seahawks in that game. Earl Thomas knows how that defense sort of is formed, right? He has very intimate knowledge, if you will. Earl Thomas does of how Pete Carroll's mind works, how he would form a defense, how his defense would respond to a certain quarterback situation, and with John Harbaugh being the coach, he can extract that information from a guy like Earl very, very effectively. And I think the Ravens having a slight edge and knowing how that defense works with a defense that already is going to be pretty goddamn limited in dealing with the Ravens. Because, you do have Mark Andrews. You do have multiple receiving options. Dude. Seahawks changing from a 3-4 to a 4-3. They're changing around the defense completely. Okay. But I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, they're changing the scheme around, but they're still going to have a specific way they deal with guys like a super mobile quarterback like Jackson, right? And Earl Thomas is going to be able to be like, hey, this is generally how they game plan around a super mobile quarterback like Jackson. They do this, they do this, they do this. They use certain, this kind of and I get changing the scheme means a new approach to running quarterbacks, but my gut feeling is Seattle, by the way. Like when I see this matchup, I'm like, oh, Seattle wins. Like I don't even like it doesn't slow down. It goes right to Seattle. But if I start thinking about it, I immediately start like leaning into the idea of going Baltimore. I don't care if he smokes crack. What does that mean? So, dude's a crackhead football coach. That's funny. Let's see Lamar win a playoff game first. I'm going with the assumption that he's not going to be a perennial playoff joker. Be hilarious if he was though, but he is very young. Like at the end of the day, most quarterbacks aren't good young like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure. There's rare examples, but every example you're going to give me is a Hall of Fame quarterback. So I don't really want to hear. Big Ben was, yeah, he's going to the Hall of Fame. Brady, going to the Hall of Fame. Mahomes, probably a Hall of Famer if he continues on this path. Yeah, I think more pizza on the Adderall that they pass around like candy in that locker room. Yeah, dude, this would be one of the hardest Super Bowls for me to ever predict. But if these two teams somehow make it, and they very well could, this would be one of the greatest all-time Super Bowls. It'd be one of those games if it ended 3-13, nobody would complain about because we would have just seen one of the greatest 3-13 Super Bowls ever. It wouldn't be a bunch of it'd be weird defensive mastery. No, Russ is very clutch. I take nothing from Russ. I think he's the best player in the league at quarterback right now. Yeah, we know Brady and Breeze are still in, but I'd almost put them in a weird different category of legends still playing the game for some reason. That's where those two are. They're in a weird other category where it's like, why? Let's not compare these two guys to the rest of the league because how do you? Yeah, Rodgers, you said some dumb shit that the Colts randomly are going to somehow beat the Patriots when they can't do it. No, dude, that's a bad opinion. No, and you were only saying that shit to try to get a rise. You don't even think that. What do you suddenly think that Phillip Rivers is going to win a playoff game against the Patriots or even a game against the Patriots? Like, I like the Seahawks personally. However this game goes, it's a 1-point game. This is a game-winning situation. Whoever wins this game, in my opinion, wins it on the grounds of like they snuck the win out, right? Like they didn't win this very fun. Neither team walks away feeling good. Like the winner walks away feeling slightly good. Yeah, Phillip Rivers has generally never beaten the Patriots. Phillip Rivers has had unreal football teams around him. Phillip Rivers 2 years ago had one of the best football teams around him. There was 2 years ago. If you remember 2 years fucking ago, can you remember how good the Chargers were when they went 12-4 with all them offensive pieces, that great defense? They lost to the Patriots. We beat the dog shit out of the Chargers. Dude, don't come at me with this. Most people thought that Chargers team that we beat the dog shit out of was going to kill us in the playoffs. Everybody thought we were going to get murdered by the Colts in that playoff game. I'm talking, I don't think anybody thought the Patriots were going to beat the Colts that year, or the Patriots were going to beat the Chargers. Nobody. And then we beat them, and then we beat the goddamn Chiefs, and then we won the fucking Super Bowl. Thank you very much. You do realize that he had more weapons in set. He had the Williams. He had Keenan Allen. You do realize he had more in set when he was playing for the Chargers that year. He had more than he has in a fucking God. He just has a better line now. He had more weapons in LA. He had Tyrell Williams, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. The fuck are you talking about more weapons? He has more weapons now, dude. No, then. He had more weapons then. The fuck are you talking about? They have a better offensive line, not a better offense. The fuck they do. Austin Eckler, Melvin Gordon. Don't give me any of that. No. Fuck you. No. Marlon Mack is nowhere near what Melvin Gordon is when Melvin Gordon was 3 years ago. Are you forgetting the 2017 Chargers? Hold on. I'll like Tyrell Williams, Mike Keenan, Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler. Dude, what are you forgetting? Their defense was one of the best in the league that year. You remember rookie Derwin James? Dude, no, they have two weapons he can throw to now. They have I can't even remember the fucking kid's name. The one guy everybody thinks is really good, but he's not that good. Who's the Colts receiver? T.Y. Hilton. And they have Michael Pittman Jr. No, he's not. He genuinely thinks that Phillip Rivers has more to work with now. Oh, yeah, they also had Hunter Henry, too, dude. No. They had both. They had Mike Williams and Tyrell Williams. Come on, dude. And Keenan Allen. The only thing that the Colts have better than them is a defense and a defensive line and an offensive line. No, I didn't miss your comment on the weapons that he's had. What are you talking about? You literally said Rivers has more talent around him. Marlon Mack and Ty Hilton. You said two guys, dude. You literally said two guys. Look at this. You literally said this. And I can name to you more that he had with LA. Not really, dude. They have two guys. It's not better than the Colts offense 2 years ago. No. It's not better than having a healthy Hunter Henry, a healthy Tyrell Williams, a healthy Mike Williams, a healthy fucking Melvin Gordon, a healthy Austin Eckler, a healthy fucking... Dude, he had so many weapons. And Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's better than everything the Colts have. If you don't think so, you're not you can't talk football anymore. Like, do you think that Keenan Allen's better? Like, do you think anybody's as good as Keenan Allen on the Colts? Or on the Colts? Come on now. So two rookies that are completely unproven in the NFL that could be complete busts. Wow, okay, that's really good weapons. You do realize rookies sometimes don't pan out, right? Even good high draft picks. Yeah. Why are you bringing up rookies? That is such a bad argument to base this on. Two guys who've never played in the NFL. They have these rookies. Who gives a fuck? What? Until they actually show that they're worth something. Most rookie receivers get like 700 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, then this conversation's over. I win. You think he's going to do more with less? No. Sorry, but you don't know the Phillip Rivers I know. Let me tell you about the Phillip Rivers I know. They don't beat New England. And then this conversation's over. I've won this one easily. I won this easily, man. That one, I'm sorry, Rodgers, but dude, I know the Colts and I know the Chargers because I hate both of them. Come on, man. Like, I know teams that my team dominates, and the Chargers are one of them. We put them up against the shed every year and fuck them in the mouth. Like, we've been doing this to the Chargers for so long. And Phillip Rivers, I'm reading your comments. I just don't have to read them out loud. I've read them. Yeah, 2019, Keenan Allen somehow had 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's unreal. Yeah, we read that. And I said I win because of that situation. Like, dude, then your argument's flawed. You've been arguing against that. Yeah, I know. That's literally I was reacting to you saying that, saying I win. I told you. I know this shit. The only thing that the Colts have better right now is an offensive line. Why do you think? Rivers probably, if the team didn't want to go to a scrambling quarterback, go look up the big thing about the Chargers. They want to have a running quarterback. They think that's better for their team. That's at the ownership level, that they want a running quarterback. If that wasn't the case, they'd have kept Phillip Rivers. Like they didn't want to do that, but they want to move on to a guy who can run. Why do you think all of a sudden it's Tyrod Taylor and Justin Herbert? Top 10 running back, Allen top 10 wide receiver, Henry top 5 tight end. Chargers were actually top 10 O-line that year on PFF. See the thing, Rivers, I've heard from numerous things. What's up, Nuz? There's small dick. From numerous sources that the only reason the Chargers moved on is they want running. They want to be a running team. They want to run with the quarterback. They think it's better for ticket sales to move on. No, he's fine. No reason to go at the guy. He admitted the loss, which is good on him. I appreciate it. I like the debates. That was a fun debate, actually. For once, it wasn't about something that I don't give a shit about. You know what I mean? Like, it was about two topics that I completely don't have to get called biased because I have no. Well, the Colts is pretty close. You could potentially say some shit, but it's like at the end of the day, I haven't really hated them since Manning left. Logan Ryan says he's a safety. Oh, okay. That's a little strange. He's a safety going forward. So Logan Ryan's a safety now. Think somebody's going to sign him? Just the Chargers don't want to waste all that talent with the team with Phil. Yeah, they're pretty much done with Rivers. But so Logan Ryan wants to play tight end or corner or safety. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck happened. I keep forgetting the Bills still got Ed Oliver. Oh, yeah, I think I went with Seahawks. Let's go Seahawks. Safety. Yeah, I don't know why Logan Ryan wants to play safety. Is that a bad idea? Can he even hit people? Like, I know he can play very good coverage. Like, he's a very good coverage player, and I will never take that from him. Yeah, we're totally unstoppable with Lamar Miller now. I think Lamar Miller might be the thing that really truly does put us over the giant the giant edge, right? That's the thing we've been missing is Lamar Miller. What's up, Brady is better than Rodgers? I don't know what happened to Logan Ryan. Like, why didn't anybody sign him as a corner? What if Luck was still on the Colts? They'd be a Super Bowl contender. I think they'd be a Super Bowl contender. Luck was really good. He just didn't have an offensive line. Yeah, Lamar Miller, I don't think much of it. I think he's probably going to get cut before the season starts. Yeah, like, I don't get it. Like, clearly Logan Ryan is good. Like, he's still... No, I know, Spider. I think he's going to be... I think he's just there for depth because Michelle's on the PUP list. If Michelle's good to go by season start, Lamar is going to get cut. That's my honest opinion on it. What is this? A corner by trade is smart for Ryan to shop himself as a multifaceted chess piece to defenses. You know what? That makes more sense. He's trying to become more valuable. Jaguars and football team and Bungles need Logan Ryan. Yeah, one of those teams should have just paid this fucking dude. Like, yeah, this is a good move by Logan. I actually get what he's doing. He's trying to be like, listen, I can play everywhere. And he truly can. Listen to his defensive back. Last year, he played 855 snaps at slot corner, 243 at wide corner, 810 in the box, 22 at free safety. He can play all over the field. So he's clearly, yeah, I mean, I'd love to have Logan Ryan back. I would love to have him back. I don't understand why the fuck we don't go get him now. Like, didn't somebody sit out? Isn't somebody opting out? No, we just don't want to pay Logan. If you take a pay cut, dude, then we could sign him. But we're not. He sinks 10 million, dude. Yeah, we can't afford 10 million for Logan. He wants 10 million a year, and I don't think the Patriots are going to pay him. Not for 10 million a season, dude. Yeah, I know. Logan wants a really high contract. If he was looking for like 8 or 7, the Patriots would pay him in a heartbeat. They'd be like, fuck yeah, bro, come back, Logan. We'll fully guarantee the motherfucker if you go 7. Because it goes from, that gets expensive. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you know, a 3-year deal goes from 30 million to 21. Yeah, I don't understand why the Jaguars don't sign Logan Ryan. Yeah, I don't know why the Jaguars just didn't go, all you want is 10 million bucks. Here's the Yannick Ngakoue money. And just look at Yannick and be like, hey, we just paid that guy. No, we're not a Bucks fan, John. I don't like the Bucks. I have no use for the Buccaneers. I actually kind of hate that team. But that's the bummer for me with Brady signing with them. I genuinely don't like them. So that's always been a bit of a bummer for me. God damn it! What is this? I don't care. What is this? Somebody sent me a message. Oh shit, that's pretty dope. Mile High just sent me a cool ass little thing on Instagram. It's like a nice ass like Tigers batting helmet. But yeah, 10 mil is good. Yeah, 10 mil for him would be good. It's just like I wouldn't want to pay him for us. Lions could get him. Yeah, we could get him. Yeah, Gilmore, Ryan, JC. They beat the Lions quite regularly. Yeah, I can tell him, but I don't know how well he's going to listen. Nuz doesn't like us anymore. Yeah, I don't know why the Lions haven't signed him either. The Lions have a good amount of cap space right now. To play alongside Okuda and Trufant, that would be gnarly. Trufant, Okuda, and Logan Ryan. But to be fair, though, then stop pretending to be what? What are you talking about? I don't like I said no to your question. I'm not pretending to be one. John, what the fuck are you talking about? What a terrible fucking take by John Cardinal. No, you never would catch me rooting for the Buccaneers, man. A fucking terrible take is that? The fandom of Brady doesn't extend to the team he's on now. Brady can do good and the team around him can suffer terribly, which is what I hope happens. Fuck, kind of weird. I've been saying that since the word go. Fuck Tampa Bay. Lions did want Griffin, but I don't think Griffin wants to play in Detroit. Nah, man, I don't. I'm a Patriots fan, man. I've been a Patriots fan for 17 years. Was good with it. You know what I mean? So, I've been a Patriots fan longer than like 13. Most of this chat's been alive. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only team. Nah, my friend. Patriots my whole life. I never. My fandom doesn't bleed. Yeah, I hope Tom. Yeah, me too. I hope Tom, just decides, fuck this, and just retires. No, you can't. I don't fuck with the Panthers either. They're a terrible team with no defense. And I think they made a mistake letting Cam Newton go. Cam is once in a generational quarterback. And what kind of shit ran franchise just lets Cam Newton go for Teddy Bridgewater? Let me check. One sec. Let me check my notes here. Stafford's a top 10 quarterback, actually. They replaced Cam Newton with well, the second they would have replaced Cam Newton with Teddy Bridgewater, I would have quit being a Panthers fan. I think if you were a Panthers fan and you still are after they just got rid of Cam Newton for Teddy Bridgewater, how are you still a fan of that team? That'd be like if the Lions decided to just get rid of Matthew Stafford and go with Chase Daniels for no fucking reason. Well, he got hurt. Time to move on. He's done now. More than likely, just some burner. This ESPN list. Yeah, that's why ESPN's a joke. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with ESPN. Yeah, ESPN's a joke. Why do you I don't go to ESPN for anything except actual scores. Yeah, I don't understand. It would be just as bad. Like, yeah, if you would take Matthew Stafford, but if you would take Josh Allen before Matthew Stafford, I don't know if you have ever watched football. Whoever made that list has never watched football. They look at records and records alone. Oh, the Lions won 3 games last year. Matthew Stafford's a bad quarterback. And that was the end of it. They didn't look up like if Matthew Stafford played in all the games. They just seen records and went, that was clearly all Matthew Stafford's fault. Oh, look at Josh Allen, 10-6 Bills. Josh Allen's thing. It seems like all right, Kevin, have a good night, man. Yeah, the Tigers are looking really good. Stafford on the Bills, they've won Super Bowls. That's a Super Bowl winning team. They would win plenty of Super Bowls. They would have won last year, the year before. This year, they'd be the favorite. I'm not even being facetious. They have a great offensive talent, great offensive line. Literally, Josh Brown. Then you put in Diggs on that team all of a sudden. I don't know who wouldn't take Stafford over Josh Allen, except that one ESPN list writer, because they look at records at ESPN and that's it. And they go, well, I would clearly take Stafford had won 3 games. Josh won 10. Clearly, Josh is a better quarterback. So look at ESPN. Hi, my name is Eleanor, and I work for ESPN's hiring division. And that's basically how ESPN writers all sound like, I think. At this point, they're all stupid. They clearly don't watch football. They never watched it. They make loud retard noises. Yeah, Minshew's the worst quarterback. Dude, I'm telling you, look at the way they're doing this. They're looking at records and going, they didn't do very good. Minshew won 1 or 2 whole games last year. Yeah, no, and they don't look at anything, and they overrate guys like Josh Allen, like everybody else seems to do. People genuinely believe that Josh Allen was the reason the Bills are good. Like, some people don't think it's any problem. They lost their entire good defense, and they just are like, well, they got Josh Allen still. The fuck does 58% and 20 touchdowns mean to you? It means he had not a very good quarterback. Mitch Trubisky can give you more than that. If I can genuinely say I can provide better numbers from Mitch Trubisky than you, go away. Stop playing football. Like, you're not a starter. People need to stop pretending Josh Allen's a good quarterback, please. They tried to bury Izzo and D'Antonio. Yeah. Minshew's clearly better. He 22-6 as a rookie. Like, what 2 more starts and Minshew would have broke every single fucking record known to man regarding touchdown to interception ratio as a rookie. Stats are the only thing. If you think like there's no other way to measure a quarterback than their statistics. I'm sorry. Wins and losses, not necessarily. That's not a good, that's not very good. Because obviously you would overlook the fact that Gardner Minshew was the most efficient rookie quarterback probably in NFL history, going 22-6. That is fucking unreal for a rookie to do that well. Go look at Peyton Manning's rookie season. Go look at all the greats' rookie seasons. Brady didn't play his rookie year. I think Big Ben did better only because he played every game and had kind of a really good team around him. But Ben was really good, though. See, that's... Yeah, passing efficiency is so important, and it's such a big determination of how you will develop as a passer. If you're good early, you're going to be good your whole career in those regards. Minshew's probably not going to be an interception machine. So how am I a Patriots fan? You already know the story, John. If you know that I would be a Panthers fan, you already know the story, you dumb bitch. Foles over Allen? Wait. Josh? Yeah, Nick Foles is way better than Josh Allen. Also, you got to look at the teams, Jaguars and Bills. That's different statistics. Yeah, wait, I'm not sure what you're arguing there for, Jeff. Hold on. No, yeah, that person should be fired. Like, they put Allen at number 4. They should just be fired. No, Allen's not a top 15 quarterback in the league. Keep going lower. Listen, I can name you a fuckload of quarterbacks you would take before Josh Allen. All right? He's not a top 15. Not even top 20. Be very honest with yourself with Josh Allen. I was born in Israel and I lived there for 14 years. So your point is null and void. 58%. I think I think the thing with Nick Foles is he works in offenses that are similar to what Andy Reid runs. And Doug Peterson comes from the Andy Reid tree, and so does Matt Nagy. Where Nick Foles now plays, Matt Nagy. He's back in the Andy Reid styles offense. Very important for him. They said Josh Allen's accuracy issues aren't a big issue because his arm talent compares to Mahomes and his mobility is one of the best in the league. Yeah, they completely ignore that. He literally, and this is why I don't like it when people who don't understand football have to write about football. All right, so here's a story about how the NFL seems to work, right? I haven't watched as long as some of these people. I might have. I don't know. I've been only watching for 17 years. Very, very closely. When you overthrow and completely miss receivers to the level of 58%, those 58% passes turn into this. Guys will start to line up. How the hell does that answer? What are you talking about, John? Don't time people out. Daniel, your mod's going to go away. Dude, don't time people the fuck out, Daniel. It's not your channel. Hey, dude. Yes, it does answer your question. I was fucking 9 years old when I found out about the NFL when I was living in Israel. I picked my team, the Patriots. That point. Dog, you already know the story, to be honest. Like, John, I'm going to just hide you next time you answer a stupid question. Number one, I never lived in the city of Detroit. I lived in fucking West Beverly Hills, Michigan. Do you know where that is? Hold on. I lived in a city called Beverly Hills. I never lived in Detroit. Jesus Christ. I lived in a suburb of Detroit that is very, very nice. I went to a private Catholic school there. I don't care about Detroit. The reason I like some Detroit, this is kind of what I grew up around, okay? Very nice area, right? These are the houses you grow up around. My brother lives in a house like these. It's very, very nice in Beverly Hills. Now, can we get over that? Jesus Christ, dude. No, it's technically it's a suburb of Detroit. Yeah, it's whatever. That's where I moved to when I moved to the United States, okay? That's why I have an affinity towards Michigan teams. Makes sense. When I come to the United States when I was a child, I would see Michigan teams, but I didn't care about sports until I'd already discovered the Patriots. That was my team for going forward. I don't change my favorite teams. Then, after I discovered football, I started watching the local Detroit team because that's the team my brother liked. And I went, cool, I'll also like the Detroit Lions. Wow. It's almost like, you discover sports. um, Yeah, it's in Oakland County. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it is. It's part of the reason Oakland County is so expensive. It's fucking very nice place. Very safe. Very nice. Very fun. Anyway, but yeah, so the first game of sports I ever seen was the Super Bowl. Like, I didn't care about sport. I was just like, what is everybody watching here? And I went, football seems interesting. We'll watch this. The team that wins, that's our favorite team for forever. And then, I discovered baseball that summer. I discovered basketball that year. I discovered hockey that year. And then I discovered football again. And I went, okay, what team should I watch? Yeah, no, I hate. It's really weird that he went to Michigan, and I hate that he went to Michigan. That is the one thing I hate about Tom Brady, is that he's a fucking Michigan graduate, and I hate that school. I hate that fucking school so much. It's really cool that he came here, though. He lives in Belleville, Lake Clarkston. Yeah, I don't mind Clarkston. I have a lot of friends in Holly, Michigan. Holly's a very nice place. Holly's very, very nice. Allen has more straight line speed as opposed to mobility like Watson or Wilson they're trying to allude to. Yeah, exactly. Watson's more like a Cam Newton style runner. And that's not bad because I actually do compare the two running styles. I think Josh does run very well like Cam. But we've seen where that ended with Cam Newton, who I find to be they had Russell Wilson below Josh Wilson. Somebody said, I'm guessing the Cardinals are going to suck just as any other year. No, I think the Cardinals will be all right. Super captain. Depends on the offensive line. If the O line's good, you guys could win 9-10 games. How bad does Michigan feel? Hey, man, nobody's seen Brady coming. That's just more evidence nobody's seen Tom Brady coming. Except I think Tom Brady. But other than Brady, I don't think anybody's seen Brady coming. You did see the Tigers highlights finally. You're a Rams fan. Oh, you're a St. Louis fan. Okay. Who do you root for now? Like, do you still root for the Rams, or do you just move over to the Chiefs, which is fine? It's close enough. You guys kind of. What's up, Landon? Oh shit! What the fuck? We will see where Allen ended up tied. We see where Allen ended up when he tried to run on New England. Yeah, we fucked his head up. We fucked him up bad. Dude didn't know how to give himself up proper. Belichick actually decided to trade. No. As soon as he seen Brady make a couple starts, Belichick went, we see it. Like, it took like 2 starts and Belichick went, no, this is our fucking quarterback. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. This Drew Bledsoe guy, he can suck my fat dick. Get rid of him. We're going Brady. Greatest movie ever made. No, I think college football is done for. We might see a weird thing the SEC does. And I'm not really sure what the SEC is about to do, but they're going to do some weird thing where because it's the SEC. They got a lot of fucking money down there. Trust me, they have the money to do whatever they want. And we might see some like rogue, like Iowa schools join in on it. Maybe the ACC schools will join in. But the smart teams are not smart. No, we shouldn't have college football. It's stupid. Those kids are going to school too. That's a big part of the reason why they're involved in everything. You don't really root for a team. I go for the most entertaining. The owner of the Cowboys is hilarious to watch. Yeah, Jerry Jones is one of my favorites. Like, my thing with college football is just done it. There is no way you can do it. Exactly, Amir. There's just no good way to do college football. Yeah, he is though. Jerry's hilarious. I quite enjoy Jerry Jones's antics. Zeke who? All right, Jerry. All right. Yeah, no, Josh Allen is probably the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. Right now, yeah, it's Josh Allen. People genuinely think he's like the savior of Buffalo. No, John, it's fine. You were annoying people, and you were kind of being annoying, dude. Did you get my story though? Did you get why though? Is it obvious? Yeah, there's no pay in this. They're supposed to be at fucking school learning. So if they do a bubble, how are they supposed to be in school learning? That's why they're here, right? That's what's paying them is the education. Well, if you quarantine them until, January, they miss a whole semester or they have to do it online, which you're telling me that their education can be done online. So it's not that valuable. So if you're trying to tell me that this valuable thing that they have, like, I don't, that bullshit. The whole thing, if they pay the people, but if you're a student athlete, just don't play. Just don't play this year. It's not safe. Yeah, the SEC is going to do some weird shit. But no, I don't think it's a smart idea, man. There's so many like kids and there's just no safe way to do college football this year. There's just no safe way, man. They should have had this figured out a long fucking time ago. They drugged the shit out of their feet, dude. And I think that's going to cost them a year. They're not going to be able to do this in any kind of safe, good way. Yeah, no, the Big Ten's going to shut down. I mean, the MAC shut down. The Mountain West is shut down. It's coming. And the owner of the Cowboys is hilarious. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything over on Twitch. For some reason, these chats don't intertwine. Super Captain Danny boy. Yeah, college football probably won't happen, which sucks, but I don't care anyway. I don't like college football. Personally, like I don't see the point for it. I hate it anyway. So if they cancel it, I'm going to really enjoy everybody being very upset. Big good. It's slave labor anyway. Fuck them people. I hope they lose that $90 million too. I laugh in the fucking people's faces. Ha ha, you just lost all that money, didn't you? All that money that's so vital to the school. Yeah, you make that on the back of them players, huh? And what's your response? A fucking $40,000 education? You fucking criminal slavers. Fuck out of here. I can't get behind college sports because they don't pay their athletes. They're generating these schools, they're the football, college football, and college basketball generate these fucking schools billions of dollars. These leagues billions of dollars, and these motherfuckers can't pay these kids a dime. Fuck that. Well, they're getting an education. Yeah, $40,000. Suck a dick. I took out. I had to pretty much pay for college with loans, and it was $50,000. $50,000. Now, sad words. Why would you do realize it's going to happen, right? Like you've been completely wrong about baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer. You've been wrong this entire time. Why won't the NFL happen? They're literally like in training camp right now. Training camp's going fine. I hope you know that. Like every training camp's going on just fine. Most NFL teams are implementing personal bubbles. Like they're just going to quarantine themselves in during the season at their facilities. I don't know what you're talking about, sad words. I know you're like a negative guy and you don't like sports and all that stuff. But like, I know you're just like a pessimistic loser and you just don't want anyone to have any fun or anything to be good. The NFL is going to play football this year. Like I see zero signs that there will be no NFL. Can you point to me one sign that there won't be an NFL season? I'm looking, trying to find it, trying to find that one thing that's telling me there's no football. They didn't even flinch at the 70 players who opted out. No, Sadwards, you're just a negative guy on this. You're completely wrong on this. There is zero evidence that the NFL is going to not happen. Zero. There's not. They didn't even flinch at 70 players opting out of the season. They went, oh, well, we're good. No one flinched. Not a single team. Even they went, all right, we're fine. Baseball didn't even cancel. And they have they have one team that can't even play. Dude, sports is going to happen, man. I hate to tell you, Sadwards. I know you don't want it to happen. Why would it? No other season is canceled right now. You're not giving me a good reason why, though. What's the reason? No, the NFL doesn't even need to do a bubble. Baseball's just fine, too. Like, okay, you have one bad situation in baseball. Can you point to another one? You have two. You have the two bad situations, right? Can you point to me the other bad situations in baseball? You know how much traveling in games have been played. There's been over hundreds of games, millions of thousands of miles traveled by teams collectively. We have two bad situations. Just one right now. Point to me another bad situation in baseball. Just with all the traveling, with everything that's gone on, and it's not transferred from team to team yet. There has been no transfer from team to team, despite the Cardinals playing people and despite the Marlins playing people. I'm sorry. Can you point out to anything bad in baseball other than the Cardinals right now? Despite everything going on in the world, all the traveling and everything, all the people traveling with these baseball teams. How much trouble has baseball had? Oh, relatively none. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Baseball is the best thing you can compare football to, sad words. You have to know about what's going on in baseball if you think football is not going to work. Football is going to be running at a similar capacity to what baseball is doing, except more stringent shutdowns. Sad words, you're just not going to listen to my point because you're a fucking retard. My point being If football doesn't need to do a bubble, baseball is not doing a bubble and it's working just fucking fine. Despite what people try to tell you, baseball is doing a very, very, very good job traveling. That's literally, look at how good they're doing. They've had one bad situation with the Cardinals, and nobody else but the Cardinals got it from them. You're not, dude, are you stupid? Look at the way baseball is doing it. That's how football is going to operate, the same exact way. And guess what that means? Football is probably not going to have any problems because football actually is going to make it, you're going to get in trouble if you break their rules. The NFL is going to fucking Nazi control these people's lives. And most teams are going to be implementing voluntary, you're stuck in the team facilities. Go look up what the Saints are doing. The Saints are literally implementing a self bubble where they live at the fucking Saints facilities with all the other teammates that they have. The families are staying there too. You know how big these fucking buildings are. They're fine, dude. There will be a good NFL season. I don't know why, like, I haven't seen any evidence that they're not going to play. Why? Why will football be the only sport to have problems? Why is it just football that's going to have a problem? Why would football have a problem? Of all the sports, it's just football. Just football is going to have a problem, right? Well, they play, it's contact sport. Yeah, so is hockey. So is hockey. And they're fine. Basketball is a contact sport. People, the Saints are an example, and most of the NFL will do that, dude. Jesus Christ. You're still not, you're just ignoring everything I'm saying. Why is football a problem? It's not. Why is football the only sport that's going to have a problem? You're not answering that. Why is football the only sport that's going to have a problem? And what's that problem going to be? Yeah, I know it is, Landon. And they wear less clothes than they will in football, and they're not wearing masks like they're going to in football. So football might actually hilariously be the safest sport to play during COVID because you know what they have? They have these things called long sleeves and gloves. So number one, you make no contact to contact. You have no contact to contact parts. So number one, there's no direct contact between the players, right? So that's the number one thing. Number two, and besides, I just shattered your bubble thing. Baseball's doing just fine without a bubble. Baseball's doing just fine without a bubble, you guys. Football doesn't need to do a bubble. Baseball is doing one without a bubble. And minus the stupid decisions that the Cardinals made, nobody's gotten COVID from the way that they're doing things. The only COVID that showed up in baseball is because a couple idiots went to a fucking casino during a pandemic. That has nothing to do with the way baseball is running things. In fact, baseball did something so well with the way they're doing it. Nobody else got fucking COVID but the Cardinals. That should actually be the way that this is spun and the way that you're thinking about it. Baseball and no bubble, it doesn't matter. It's not going to team. Also, in football, they're going to be wearing these new helmets that they, Shutt, Rydell, Oakley have created visor. They've created new helmets that have masks on them. Football, ironically, is going to be like the safest sport you could play in the COVID era. Gloves, long sleeves, you're covered up all the way. And now the new helmets they have coming out, we've gone over the new helmets a billion times. Yeah, if you're just going to ignore everything I just said. Yeah, no, they don't breathe on each other in the NHL or MLB or the NBA. The NBA and NHL, they never breathe near each other. Nope, they don't breathe. They never breathe near each other, which it's a completely, it's a breathing disease. The MLB is just fine. By the way, it's a breathing disease. All sports, if one sport is impossible to play, they're all impossible to play. Because you know why? In sports, you breathe near people. And guess what? In football, they can put these things called helmets and put a special mask in the helmets, which they already have been doing that, by the way. You can look into it. You can look into this yourself. I'm not going to again. I've already done my research. So in football, they will be fully covered up, not one part exposed, and they will be wearing helmets with special breathing things in them. Please tell me, what sport where it's safe because they're in contact with each other? What fucking, you do realize this is airborne, so breathing is just going to happen in any sport, regardless of how much contact you're making. I don't, have they proven direct contact with, if I touch you and you have COVID, I don't think I'm going to get COVID. That's not a symptom. That's not a transferable way to get symptom. I've never heard of somebody going, I now have COVID. Wash your fucking hands, dude. Pathetic how I think what's a good thing? That baseball's had next to no COVID cases? Yeah, that's a great thing. That's a very good thing. You know how much testing they've done in baseball? Fucking like 50,000 tests. Go look up how many tests they've done in baseball to the amount of positives. It's under point. I don't even know if it's a half of a percent. I mean, it's fine to be like illiterate, like numerically illiterate. It's fine to be scientifically illiterate. Like some people seem to be regarding this kind of shit, but like, pay attention. If the NFL, if every other league is playing just fine, if they can do wrestling, if they can do all these other sports where they can travel, why is it just football going to have a problem? Why is it that the best ran sports league, the sports league that makes the most money, the sports league with the biggest and brightest minds, what's up, Peyton Manning? Yeah, exactly. I mean, literally one team is having a rough time in baseball. That's it, one. And it had nothing to do with getting it from anything in baseball. One or two idiots made a bad mistake and went to a casino and fucked their whole season up. And in football, you won't see that happen. And as much as we may hate Roger Goodell and think he's a bum, the only thing he's very bad at is punishing football teams. Punishing. He's not good at suspensions. And that's whatever. That's more of like, we don't like him. On the outside, Roger Goodell is like literally the greatest GM in sports. And I know you don't like to hear that, but like, look at how big the NFL got under him. Look at the value of each franchise underneath Roger Goodell. Billions. It's gone from a couple $100 million to billions, even for the worst team. Yeah, Roger Goodell is what are you talking about? Why is Roger the worst commissioner? No, that's Rob Manfred. What are you talking about? I hate Roger Goodell, but he's not a bad commissioner. Look at what he's done for the NFL. The NFL is literally one of the biggest things on the planet under Roger Goodell's business act. Dude, no, that's stupid. We may hate Roger Goodell. He can't punish people for shit because he doesn't care. He doesn't think he should punish people. But let's be honest, Adam Silver was gifted the NBA from Stern, from I believe David Stern, right? Manfred, bad. Yeah, we all agree on that. He's pretty much a joke. Pretty hard to take over Bud Selig. Let's be honest. He was very good. Silver, I think, was very lucky to inherit the NBA from David Stern. David Stern was doing very big things with the league and then passed it. Roger has been a very good commissioner. He's made this league a lot of fucking money. He's made this league a lot bigger than what it was when he took over. There's a reason they'll never fire Roger Goodell. The NFL owners will never, ever fire that dude. He's made them billions of dollars. Billions. A lot of teams worth billions of dollars now. Look at the Patriots. I think when Kraft bought them, they weren't even worth $1 billion. They're worth $4 billion. Yeah, fire Manfred. Like, think about that. Think about the value of some of these sports teams. Jerry bought the Cowboys for less than what they're worth. They're worth billions now. It's fucking crazy, dude. And that is because of a good commissioner, good TV deals. He does all this. That's his job and shit. That's what he's been good at. Yeah, he's a shit fucking punishment guy. Yeah, the draft this year was amazing. That was a masterpiece by Roger Goodell. He gained likability, then he ruined it by fucking around with Portnoy again. Portnoy won that auction, and then Roger Goodell would have had his face turned if he would have watched the Monday Night Football game with Dave Portnoy. If he would have actually gone through with that. I don't even know who Gary Bettman is. I don't know. All right, see you later, Alex. Have a good one, man. I actually don't know. Maybe. Bettman. I don't know how good hockey is. I do respect that you guys have basically said fuck the free world and have said that if you like our game, well, then you like it. And if you don't, we're not changing it for you. So I don't know if that's good by Gary Bettman to kind of lean into just staying the same. Or is it good or is it wrong for him to just kind of Rodgers is better than Brady because that's the only way he's going to be a good troll? Damn. I'm tired of the anti-sports narrative people seem to want. Like, what do you gain from the NFL being canceled? Bunch of people upset, like miserable people. Like, that's not fun. Like, is that fun for you? If football gets canceled, we'll just dedicate all of our streams to making fun of sad words. It'll be called the Making Fun of Sad Words streams. It was stream 1. Stream 2 would be making fun of sad words again. Making fun of sad words for a third time. It'll be 18 weeks of hell for you, man. I'll be a dick to you for a solid till fucking the season ended. Silver, Bettman, Goodell, Manfred. I don't know if Silver's as good a commissioner as people give him credit for because, I mean, he makes very good decisions, I will say. But also, like, he did inherit a very good in shape NBA from the commissioner he took over. Dude, do you guys see like how dramatically this guy takes everything in his life? Look at how dramatically he's taking this. I'm clearly saying all of this with a stupid smirk on my face, and he's like, I have an opinion. It's like, dude, okay, calm down. No one cares. Cool, good for you. It's no reason to bash your chest in, dude. There's no reason for that. We heard you. We know. Jesus Christ. Your opinion is just booty. Sorry. I don't think it's a good opinion. Your opinion is literally, I'm going to laugh at all of you because you're going to be upset because you don't get to watch football. I mean, then you did this. I did the opinion more for this. You went. I know. I just, at the end of the day, dude, I'm just getting tired of the anti-sports people. It's like, yeah, but you're not making your opinion is based on other people's misery. So go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like your opinion is you're rooting for our misery. Like my take on that, sad words, it's like, so your opinion is you hope we're all miserable and pissed off because we don't get to have a football season. Your opinion is something that makes us miserable. No, yeah, of course we're going to go against you and kind of fight your opinion because you're essentially going, I hope all of you are fucking miserable. Fuck you all. That's basically what you're saying, dude. Think about what you're saying. We're a bunch of football fans, very excited for our season to be starting in a month. And you're basically coming in here going, yeah, man, fuck you guys. Fuck your whole season. I'm going to laugh in all your fucking faces when there isn't a football season. Go fuck yourselves. But, like, why would you share that opinion here? Like, nobody asked for your shit opinion on the matter. Like, your opinion is just basically you hope we're all miserable. That's cool, dude. No, why would you be like that? You do realize what you're basically implying here, right? Because like there's nothing to back up your opinion. You know what I mean? Like you can have an opinion, but this is a bad opinion to hold. Because at the same time you're saying you hope this happens so you can laugh at people. It's like, what? You want people to be miserable and shit? I hope it happens so we can laugh in your fucking face then. So you're miserable. Like, you do realize what you're also setting up is that if it does happen, we're going to give you the same shit you think you're going to give us if it doesn't happen. I hope you know that, right? Every day you will get a lot of shit. No, that's not what we're doing. I mean, in my state, it's going down, but like we don't live in Texas, so like unlike you, Sadwords, I live in a state where everything's getting better, so I'm seeing the other side of it. You live in the South where people don't believe in science, they don't believe in masks, they think God's going to save them from everything. So your opinion on COVID means absolutely nothing. You're a Texan. Also, no, we're looking at the fact that other sports are doing just fine despite rising numbers in COVID. Your opinion, again, you're fucking stupid on that. Like, dude, what you just said, I can dispute right here. Why are sports still happening despite it's, the cases rising in just Texas, basically, in the South? The rest of the country? Yeah, the South. Texas, Florida, that's it. You guys are making us bad. It's you two fucking states. The South. Not the rest of us. Don't call not the rest of the country for your guys' fucking mistakes in Texas and Florida. Get the fuck out of here, Sadwords. We had 500 cases yesterday, Sadwords, and 3 deaths. What was your state? Oh yeah, about 7,000 and probably several thousand new cases. We had 500 cases yesterday, Sadwords. What are you guys up to? I'll wait. We had 3 deaths yesterday. What are you guys up to? Tell me. You guys are in the thousands for both of those. So don't compare your shitty state to my state and the rest of the United States. Sadwords. Nowhere is as bad. Nowhere on earth is as bad as Texas and Florida. Nowhere on earth has ever been as bad as your state. If Florida and Texas were individual countries, they would be like the 4th and 5th worst cases on the face of the earth. If you take Florida and like, they would be terrible, dude. Like, those two fucking states are ruining our country's numbers. Like, my state will be back to 100 cases within a month, if that. 100 cases a day. We got to as low as 160. We're good. Another southern state. I don't care about southern states. If you can find me an example of like a non-hick state, we can talk. In my state, we're fine. We just wear masks. Sports are fine. See, you would have more of an argument, Sadwords, if other sports were being affected by this. They're not. Other sports that travel are not being affected by this. Not at all. There's only 2 sports that are doing a bubble. Every other sport is traveling. No, it won't. It won't be delayed. For what reason? What reason, though? Every other sport that travels is doing just fine. What's going to change? Can you give me something good? Can someone just like give me a good tangible reason. Because despite what Sadwords is saying, everything's getting worse and worse. Yeah, I don't care. You're still ignoring everything that I'm talking about, Sadwords. You're ignoring what I'm talking about. How come basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, literally every sport, Sadwords, is playing just fine with travel and everything. Sadwords, think critically here. Why would football all of a sudden be the only sport to have any problem coming back? Because cases are rising. Every other sport's playing despite cases are rising. So that's not a good thing. Like, you have to look at everything. No, we are looking at the true Sadwords. You're ignoring everything and just going, everything getting worse. No sports because everything's worse. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Oh, fine. I'll pull the chart up, but it doesn't mean anything because I'm explaining it to you, Sadwords, in very simple English. I don't think you're smart enough to understand what I'm saying because you're stupid. Cool. This means nothing to me. That means nothing to me when they're still playing hockey. They're still playing football. They're still traveling to play sports. Football is going to play regardless of anything. Just like baseball, just like NASCAR, just like golf, just like tennis, just like hockey. All of these sports are traveling very, very much. Sadwords, there's nothing that is to say you're correct. If the rising cases meant anything, sports would all be canceled, right? If your thesis is that the cases are rising, football will be canceled, right? That's your basic thing. Cases are getting bad, so they're going to cancel football. That's your basic argument, right? No, guys, don't go after him for the source. That's fine. Don't do that. That's stupid. That's CNN's actually done very well with. You guys are being retarded. You guys are being retarded on that. By the way, Fox News didn't even cover the fact that the White House got shot up today and Trump got pulled out of a press conference. The CNN did way better than Fox. Even Fox News guys. He's literally showing you true numbers. This is literally the true numbers. Like, he's showing you good numbers. That's good information. What if it said Fox News? Would it make any difference? You fucking idiots. Jesus Christ. Fox News would show the same fucking map, by the way. God damn. Jesus Christ. You know, Fox News is less credible. It's hilarious that CNN scores better in credibility than Fox News does. And Fox News has one audience, an audience that doesn't even support the shit that comes out of Fox News. Most of the, like, CNN scores better favorability despite all the shit that they happen. Like, all the shit that everyone says about them, they still score better than Fox News. And Fox News has one audience that can vote on their credibility. One group of people, and they don't even find it that credible. Are you guys fucking, don't be stupid to news. The way I look at it, Sadwords, at the end of the day, you're entitled to have your opinion. But when you come in saying you're going to laugh in people's face, like, no, dude, the reason I think sports is going to happen, I see everything getting bad. I see it's getting worse. But if something like, yeah, it's literally says the source on it. Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, guys, it clearly says, like, it's sourcing from the CDC and shit like that. It says source, Johns Hopkins University. It literally says Johns Hopkins University is the source of this. So if you don't trust Johns Hopkins University, I don't know what to tell you on medicine. But okay, Sadwords. So here's the thing, man. I get this. This is not good, but like, nothing else is getting shut back down in terms of sports. You know what I mean? If baseball was canceled, if they canceled all sports, yeah, dude, you'd have more of I think a stat, like a leg to stand on here. But you know how the NFL is. Do you really think they're going to give a fuck about any of this? Like, they're going to play, dude. They've already said they're going to play. They're going to start their season on time. I think we should take unless they're ordered by like the federal government to not play football, they're going to play football. Like that's basically their attitude. Most teams are expecting to be able to have home like fans in attendance at some point because they haven't been told they can't yet. Like that's the NFL's attitude. Troy Vincent, the executive, the very high ranking official with the NFL, right? He basically said the NFL is going to proceed as if nothing is happening, and we're only going to not do like players at the games if we're told not to. Like that's they're going to make us see. It's going to be gross, but the NFL is too what's the sad words? If everything was perfect, you're right. There wouldn't be sports going on right now. We'd still be in a lockdown for a few more months, for a month or two. Like that's what we'd be doing right now. If we were a smart country, we'd probably be having sports back anyway because we'd be over coronavirus. That's my view, man. It's so the NFL is going to get away with it because every other sport's doing it. Yeah. They'll do shit games if they have to. Dude, they'll call my ass up as I did. I sent my information to several baseball teams. Amir, I sent my information. I sent the same email I sent the Cardinals or the Marlins player development people that I am available to pitch. If they need new pitching after the COVID outbreak, I will become a Cardinal. I could throw in the low 80s. I throw 3 pitches, very good 2-seam, a 4-seam fastball, and a circle changeup. I would be more than willing to play. I sent this to most baseball teams, and I'm going to send it to football teams. I'm available. I'm 27. I'm a free agent. I'm in good shape. You never know. Maybe I'll be hurling baseballs for the Cardinals at some point. They're going to need some players at some point. No comment. I'll no hit them bitches. I got no problem beating the teams I like. I just have to no hit them. And then sign with them. You know what I mean? Like once I'm like the rookie of the year movie. No, I'd be like the rookie, like Dennis Quaid. I'd come in like one day I'm gonna be standing outside like in like the rain. I'm gonna pick a baseball up and just kind of be like, I remember when I used to throw this. And I'll just be like, oh, I'll just see how fast I can throw, and I'm gonna throw it, and it's gonna say like 98. I'm gonna be like, damn. And then I'm gonna go up to the mound and be like, hey guys, this is just like the rookie. And I'll throw real hard, and they'll be like, holy shit. I'm pretty sure that's how my baseball career is gonna start, but we'll see about that. You never know. History does repeat itself. History does repeat itself. I'll just wake up and be able to whip it. Dude, the fact that that's a real thing that just happened to a guy who just could throw 98 all of a sudden. Man, you never know. Just fucking pop that fucking. No one believes in me. That's okay. One day. When I'm closing games out for the Yankees, you'll all be rooting for me. You know what was funny? Everybody dreamed of being like a big league, like home run hitter. My dream was to be a closer in baseball. That was actually what I wanted to do if I ever made it to the major leagues. I wanted to be a closer. That is such badass shit to be a closer, dude. That is the coolest position in baseball to me because you are just terrifying to a whole set of people. I think it's because I grew up in an era where you had Mariano Rivera and Trevor Hoffman kind of duking it out for the best. And it's just like, man, I've seen some real good closers in my time. That's also, by the way, that's really why I like the San Diego Padres is because of the Trevor Hoffman thing. I wanted it to be Trevor Hoffman. I was like, holy fuck, it's Hell's Bells. It's Trevor Hoffman. Very cool guy. Just awesome. And that would have been fun. But I can't throw hard. That's the problem. Closers can all throw like 150 miles an hour. Low 80s, high 70s. You know when you're not going to go pro when you fucking can't throw hard. And you have control problems. But yeah, no, closer was the position. Like a lot of people want to be like a home run hitter, a first baseman, a starting pitcher. I wanted to be a closer, man. That would have been so dope coming in at the end of games, just fucking staring people down, screaming like a banshee if you want to, playing mind games. I like that part about closing too, is like there's an actual mental aspect to being a closer. Closers get away with the most shit ever. They can violate all the unwritten rules of baseball. They can just be poor sports. Look at like guys like Jose Valverde, fucking screaming and shit. 16 states are staying steady and 25 are going down. Yeah, we're getting past that the weird bump up, you know what I mean? Michigan's in the right direction, New York's in the right direction. That looks like, what is that? New Mexico, Illinois, Minnesota. I believe that's West Virginia. I know states pretty well, surprisingly. Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, I think. California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. Yeah, I could probably do that. North Dakota, South Dakota, Wisconsin. Pretty sure that's Iowa. I don't know these ones. I don't know any of these ones. And then there's a bunch of little, I don't know. That's all I'd have to look at the map a little bit more clearly. I know a lot of the states, though. I'm pretty sure I know them all pretty much on the map. Yeah, the East Coast is doing good. Michigan's doing well. Illinois is doing well. That's nice to see. West Virginia is doing well, which is just stunning. Yeah, no, relatively speaking, yeah, New York's in great shape overall, it looks like. And so is Michigan. Our states did a good job. And I don't really like to like shit on any like state because like at the end of the day, man, yeah, California. Well, that makes the most sense. California probably should be the worst. Let's be honest. They crammed them motherfuckers into like 4 cities in there, and there are millions of them. Los Angeles should just be got rid of. In your state, you had 311K. That's not bad. See, everyone's starting. It's starting to go down. We'll get there. We'll get there, everybody. Just put your masks on and shit so you don't spread it around if you got it. That's why you're wearing a mask, to hopefully you don't spread it. That's the point. So in case you did accidentally get it and you may happen to just be like, I'm fine. So by the way, yeah, my shoulder's all good for the most part. I think tomorrow I'm going to wake up and be 100% good in the shoulder. But by the way, it's 2 a.m. I just realized that. I didn't realize I've been talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes straight. Yeah, we got as low as like 150 cases at one point in Michigan, and then 4th of July happened and our numbers went poof. So, that's most of the U.S. We had 4th of July, but it seems like everybody got their shit back together after the 4th of July. Yeah, it's good when you're asymptomatic, but you have to be very, very, very careful when you're asymptomatic. You have to wear a mask around other people or you will spread it. Asymptomatic, I believe, means you can spread it still by breathing and stuff until it goes away and you're cured. Because, technically with being asymptomatic, you still have the virus. I'm asymptomatic with the flu, by the way. That's my biggest fear is I had it or I have it. And because there was a small time I was coughing up a little bit of blood and mucus. And I'm half thinking that might have been it because I am asymptomatic to the flu virus. I don't get the flu. If I've ever had it, I've only been able to pass it. So see, my biggest fear is that this is another one that I can't personally get, but I can give to everybody. I know that that's true with the flu because the way this is how we found out that I can't get the flu. One of my roommates got the flu, right? And we'd all smoked together about 2 days before. He was kind of feeling shitty. We didn't really pay attention to that. Everybody else got the flu at the house except me. I smoked with him the whole time during the flu, and then we went and check the. I didn't have anything in my body that said I had. So we just pretty much figured out I can't get the flu or something. I think I'm invincible. And it's always like my roommates would always get the flu. They almost got it because they work like with hospitals and medical stuff. It's a weird situation. But yeah, pretty sure I can't get it. You guys are doing like online stuff. Okay. So maybe some in school. We'll see. I hope they come up with a vaccine for this quite soon. Because that would be the easy solution, right? Is just get a goddamn vaccine out. But that takes a little time. Until then, I don't think it's a good idea to bring kids in because it's starting to show that kids can get it at a crazy rate. How deadly it is for kids, it doesn't seem to be very obvious right away, but there's a bunch of kids getting it at like summer camps and like there was like 60 kids exposed at a Missouri like YMCA camp, same in Michigan, about 215 kids. And like they're all getting it, but it's all pretty light cases. Like, and the problem is it's not that these kids are getting it because they'll be fine and recover for the most part, probably not even display symptoms. But the problem is that little kid takes that home and say somebody there gets it and then they process it. Then that's the problem. Now say you send, I don't know, a couple thousand kids home from school with COVID. Do you see why it's not a good idea to open the fucking schools? That is a potential fucking mega disaster waiting to happen, by the way. Like a potential fucking mega disaster. Like, because imagine like one of your parents or something, or a grandparent is a cancer survivor. Kid goes to school, comes home, doesn't know they got it, spreads COVID all through the house. Eventually, mom gets it. Mom or dad dies or grandma or grandpa dies because the school's opened. That's cool. It seems like a good idea. Hell yeah, that's what I want. Freedoms. My freedom to die. The ignorance. You don't know if you have it, so you will spread it. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. There could be potentially thousands of kids infected. They go home, potentially infect thousands of people in total terms. That's how you start a very bad problem where a lot of people die. This seems very, very, very poorly calculated. There's no reason to send kids to school. Zero reason whatsoever at all. Sorry. Hire a fucking babysitter if you got to work all day, bitch. You got fucking money. Fucking hire a babysitter to watch your shit kids. Go call up the state, get some state welfare to put your kids on, so you can get some welfare to pay for your fucking kids you had. As a lot of these people say, maybe you shouldn't have been irresponsible and had kids if you didn't have a plan for them. They like to go after, people who aren't in the best positions in life and go, well, maybe you shouldn't have had kids if you weren't economically ready. Maybe you shouldn't have had kids if you weren't ready to watch them all the time. I'm doing online for a month in September 8th, apparently Texas. Yes, I really hope your school doesn't send you guys in. Sad words. Genuinely, I hope your state doesn't send you guys in. My brother, for example, isn't sending his kids. He's like, yeah, no, they're doing online school. He's like, this whole system could suck my dick. He's like, number one, they're sending kids back to school to experiment on them, to see what would happen if we send a whole bunch of people back into mix with each other. Let's experiment on the kids. Let's see what happens let's experiment on people who can't necessarily. It's basically, let's experiment on the poor middle class kids and see what happens to their poor middle class families if they all get exposed to COVID. Let's go for a mass herd and just experiment. for herd immunization and just experiment on all these fucking people's kids so they potentially die. Fuck them. No, it's not. They should keep school shut, and it's disgusting that the government wants to experiment with you guys, with kids. Hi, you're all test subjects. You're all experiments. Hi, you guys are guinea pigs. Is what basically is what you are now. From a very, very theoretical point, you're a guinea pig. Congratulations, that's what schools are now. They're experimental grounds with guinea pigs. And it's fucking disgusting that that's what people are fine with. No, school shouldn't go back. Not till there's a vaccine. It's not safe. And people are going like, well, that's deadly than the flu. I can look up the flu rates and I can look up the COVID rates. The COVID rates clearly indicate higher numbers. And I don't know, like, that's for kids. It's hard to find good numbers. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Okay, so listen to these numbers. In 2017 to 2018, there were a total of 185 child deaths associated with the flu, and 110 the year before. Each year, millions of children get sick with the flu. Yeah. So that's a very low number. How many kids have died from COVID? Well, we're about to see how deadly this shit really is. U.S. COVID cases in children increased by 100,000 in just 2 weeks. Wow, that's fucking frightening. The mortality rate's pretty low so far, but again, it sounds like this was posted yesterday. So we don't really know what kind of death rate we're going to see from such a high spike of kids getting this disease. We finally have a significant amount of numbers. Kentucky governor recommended school districts wait until September 28th. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, COVID's not good. It's not fun. It's just like, I don't know, you guys. I think a couple of schools. Yeah, no, there's been lots of kids getting sick. Dying, I don't know quite yet. There's probably lots of that, but I haven't seen any like widely. And a lot of those cases there's an underlying medical condition, but those are the people that were fucking. Like, it's like, we're not worried about me if I get it. If I get it, I'll be fine in a couple of days, right? I'm not the person to worry about getting COVID. I'm not worried about myself. I'm more worried about that person who doesn't have an immune system. Like, those are the people we're protecting. What the fuck is everyone doing, dude? Like, cancer survivors. We're protecting people with HIV. Like, all these sick people. And everyone's like, yeah, but that affects me in a negative way. It's not about you. If you don't think you will get sick, then don't imply yourself into the conversation. You're literally not the people anybody's worried about. You're fine, bro. You're fine. Yeah, cool. If you're not worried about it, guess what? There are lots of sick people that are very terrified that if they get this, they will die, and they're probably correct. Right? Like, that's really that should be the ending thing. A lot of this shit has nothing to do with protecting yourself. And at the end of the day, yeah, it helps. It helps. If everybody's protecting themselves or protecting other people, somebody eventually is protecting you. When you see somebody wearing a mask, they're doing it to protect you from them. That's what you have to remember. People are out there and they got your back too. Yeah, I don't know, Landon. I don't know why they're willing to experiment with kids. That's basically what it comes down to, is the government doesn't care about anybody except keeping the shit going? I don't know. It's a bad idea, man, and it's very heartless. And I don't know why more parents aren't very, very angry about that. Very, very angry. Very, very. I would be aggressively fighting. Like, yeah, I mean, it's good to be worried about it, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a very. If you're a healthy person, it'll suck. It won't be any fun to get it. But if you do get it, you will probably survive. That's the number one thing to remember. If you do get it, you will probably survive if you've not had problems in the past. If you have, good thing we have modern medicine, man. I genuinely don't want anyone to have that. That's pretty bad. Now, the people who mock COVID and get COVID, that's what you call hilarious. Irony is hilarious most of the time. And those who mock something and then die from it, that's called situational irony. I think that's irony because, you know, it's situationally ironic. Ha ha ha, fuck you, weather. Then you get struck by lightning. Ha ha ha, fuck you, COVID. You die of COVID. It's called situational irony, and it's fucking hilarious when it happens. Herman Cain, fucking hilarious death. I don't care if anyone hates my guts for saying that. I thought it was hilarious how Herman Cain died. Dude's been mocking COVID as a colon. Dude had butthole COVID cancer, basically. Basically almost died to very aggressive anal hole cancer, basically. Or where the shits are stored next to the anal hole, which is the colon. And he goes to a mask or to a Trump rally, doesn't wear a mask, dies to COVID. Ha ha ha. Situational irony is hilarious every time. It's actually kind of dramatic irony, too, because the audience knew what was going to happen to Herman Cain, and it happened. He died. Rafael just like my English teacher. I'm 50-50 with her. Oh, yeah. I'm glad, man. English is fun to, you know. I got success that we're going to send us to school. Like, yeah, school shouldn't be happening right now. It's just genuinely not a good idea right now. If things were better, you know, I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna get out of here now because it's almost 2:30 and I don't want to be awake too much longer. And I was gonna get out of here like a half hour ago. So, you know, did kind of a weird end stream, but I think it was fun. At the end of the day, just be smart out there. It's funny that certain people died to go. I know that's really aggressive that I was kind of being like, if you mock something like this and you die to it, it's very funny to me. It's genuinely the funniest shit in the world. It's like the Turning Point founder, Charlie Kirk, died of COVID after he mocked COVID for several months. That's hilarious. Like, I'm sorry, but that's fucking hilarious. If it was anything else, like if a guy was it's like the same thing as like those dudes who get caught like with gay prostitutes and they like are gay bashers. Hilarious to mock COVID and then die to it. Sorry, you mocked a pandemic. You're fucking stupid. Things work in funny ways. Don't take things seriously. It'll kill you. All right. Thank you, everybody. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, I think that's a good place to go. No, you're good, Daniel. You're good, dude. You know you're fine. I'm in a fired up mood tonight. That's probably why it was for the best to just kind of do a solo guy tonight. I was pretty fired up, so I apologize to anybody if I went after them. It was nothing intentional with anybody. I'm in a fiery mood tonight. It's pretty much why I didn't bring anybody on. I probably would have gotten shitty with them, and that's not any fun. But thank you all so much for listening tonight. I appreciate it very much. Hopefully you stop by tomorrow for the Tigers game and anything else I might do. Might take the night off after the Tigers game, though. We'll see about that. We'll see. But yeah, you have a good night too, Landon. Peace out. See you later, Daniel. Everyone who's still here, I appreciate you all for coming by. Thank you for the likes and dislikes. You know, they're all what's the word? Equally appreciated around these parts. So, 18-2. That's perfect. Thank you. Yep. Everybody wear your mask, stay safe, and